Welcome back to another episode of Shredding with Gheeyeh, Shredding with me. In today's episode, we're going to talk about my sound, how I develop my sound, what I do to get that tone, and what I was looking for, and all that glory story. Show reel! Welcome back to another episode. Today, we're going to talk about my tone, where I get my tone. What are we doing here to get the tone that you're hearing in every episode, after episode. So basically, I use a clean amp. That's what I do. A clean amp, I use the Marshall. The two Marshalls that you see, well, you see three. But for recording here at home, I use only two for the videos. This is my setup for doing the videos. So what I do is basically have the clean sound of the two Marshalls, the clean channel, and this is the way it sounds. So here in the pedal board, you will see a compressor sustainer. So that's what I use for my clean tone. And the chorus, of course. You hear there? Beautiful. So for my distortion, basically what I do is like having a dirty Marshall, and I do that with the metal zone. So, and I have this input selector where I divide the signal in two. So one, it goes is directly from the wah pedal to from the compressor directly to the chorus all the way out there. You see, you have an harmonizer here, EQ for solos, and then I divide the signal in two here in the delay, and it goes to the reverb and then this digital delay as well. So, but we're going to talk about that later. So what I do, it's like a dirty Marshall. I use the gain section of my pedal board. I use the metal zone as my main dirty sound. So here we have that tone. You see? Well, you get the idea, all right? And I use an overdrive to boost the signal. But why I use this instead of using the Marshall, you may ask yourself, as a dirt. Because with the overdrive, I don't get that, what I called the heavy riff sound. I don't get this sound. You see? I don't get that sound with the Marshall. It sounds like very noisy and very like too like, I don't like that. So I use that. And for solos, I give what the overdrive gives to a Marshall in a way. And I use the compressor to simulate when you're, for example, playing with a very loud Marshall all the way up. You have in the power tubes and the preamp tubes like all the way up. So you have that little compressor. I simulate that with the compressor. You see? So I can get those long notes. All right, so that's my riff sound, you know? I use this part of the pedal board for the distortion. So I have the input selector, and I can go clean, right? Riff, Metallica kind of sounding. And now, this portion of the pedal board, we have the chorus that I can use with the distortion or without it. Or without it. It's always there. And after that, I have my harmonizer that I use in songs of my band, Mind of Fury, where I need a harmony on a guitar. That's an excerpt from the song Never Again, the intro. And this is my boost for solos, but it's boosting level. Remember, the amps are clean. So I have more level for my solos. It has a little bit more mid frequency boost there. And then I have this one. Then the signal, it's divided in two. Right after the EQ goes to the reverb, and the reverb divides the signal in two. Here we go to this pedal, the delay. That is a normal delay on one of the amps. And this delay for the other amp, so I have a little bit like a doubler effect when you're playing a second layer of a guitar, for example, when you're playing rhythms. So you make it a little bit more wide, the sound. So this is the effect of that. For example, if I exaggerate that, you see? You see, it's still too much, like there. Without it, you see the difference? So I like to use it, but not that exaggerated. It's a little bit less, you see? This is the effect. And when I play solos, I use this. So that's my sound. How I develop all this sound is, it's been through time, and this system is very reliable. I had it since more than 20 years. Some of the pedals. Some of them are very old. Some of them are very brand new. Not brand new, but at least 5 years old or stuff like that. To me, this is super reliable. Never had any problems. And very easy to maintain. Every once in a while, you got to take all the cables, clean them, and put it back in. So, awesome. So I hope you liked this episode. See you in the next episode of Shredding with Gheeyeh. If you want to take lessons with me, please hit me up with an email. You will find that in the description of this video. And see you in another episode of Shredding with Gheeyeh. Shredding with me. Show reel.